Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. Back on the Camaro. 76 Camaro. And last episode, got all the interior done except for the driver's seat. But yeah, if you haven't seen last episode, watch it. I had all this dash apart, painted it all. Okay, since then, that I did off camera or whatever, I got the whole little horn kit here. Horn works now. Came with the cap. Remember, the cap was all eaten up by rats. It doesn't come with the logo here because it's probably copyrighted or whatever, trademarked. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing to get that in there. You gotta pull it apart. It's kind of pushed in. Anyway, that horn thing's done. The glove box liner. Got a new glove box liner in there. I don't know how good you can see it. It's a little dark in here. Anyway, that's in there. Somebody loosened that thing up. I don't know what to do about that. Okay, so we're trying to wrap all this up, all the interior, and then we can move on. Okay, we're gonna do the windshield. That's why I didn't mask up the windshield. We're gonna pull that windshield. I got a brand new one put in there. Okay, this driver's seat is how I'm gonna measure it. These are the 4 bolts. Okay, I'm gonna measure it from here to here, then here to here on both sides, and get the measurements, because we're gonna try to make something work. A subscriber, I appreciate, offered me a set of seats. He's in California. Said, yeah, I'll sell them to you for $100. You pay the shipping. So I measured this seat. That's why it's folded down. Measured it, length, width, height, weight. Weighs 40 pounds. I don't know what happened to shipping, guys. I used to sell on eBay years and years and years ago, but I haven't lately. So I used to know what shipping was on everything. Well, it's beyond through the roof. I don't know why, but from here, Texas-Oklahoma border to California, $531 through FedEx, and then like $513 through UPS. Went on both the websites, put in all the measurements. Crazy. But I go on eBay, and a seller selling like a used seat like this, of course they charge a lot, and then he had shipping $125. Well, how can he ship it for $125, but I got to pay $530? I don't get it. It must be something, you know, business account. You get a business account, you get a discount. But for giving businesses a discount from $530 to $125, well, I should say the opposite. From $125 to an individual that wants to ship it to $531 is just a flat-out rip-off. Just a rip-off. So I asked him if he could just send the bottom one, and I didn't come back out here and measure it. I just guessed half the dimensions and half the weight, but it was like $85. So screw it. I was just gonna get the bottom base of it, right? Because that's what's wrong with this one. It's all, I should have turned the light on here. Early in the morning. But yeah, the whole base is rotted apart. And then the tracks, both ends are rotted off. This one, rotted off this one. And there's the one hole there. So that's what I was mentioning in the car where the bolt holes are. I'm gonna measure from there to here. And find another base. So this is the this is a seat off the 91 Camaro. I sold the seats off to 89. They weren't too bad, but the guy just needed some junk seats for us. He's gonna make a race car out of it. Okay, so I haven't measured, but I think the dimensions from here to here is gonna be wrong, and here to here. Now, I don't know how, I know it's not rotted or nothing, but it's pretty worn. I don't know if this, I'd like to use the back off the other seat and put it onto this one. No, that's what I don't know. I'm gonna have to tear it down. This seat's kind of junk anyway. It's not like I could sell it or anything. She's pretty worn. I can't imagine somebody driving and having all this steel sticking up their ass. I don't get how people can just keep driving it like that. But yeah, she's kind of messy. We could take the foam off the other seat and put it on here. Anyway, I'm gonna measure it all, see how off these are, and take this apart. So yeah, I'll do that, and I'll come back and let y'all know. But yeah, we'll plan on getting this seat, because I got the matching seat cover in that box there, just like the passenger side. So we can make this work, be great. If not, I don't know what to do. I have to get it locally. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you can get it shipped, and this Russ Brothers got it, and this got it. And yeah, but the shipping. Who the hell is going to pay 500 and something bucks to ship one seat? Crazy. So I don't know. I thought I was pushing in the wrong buttons or something. I was like, what the hell? 500 and fuck. Last time when I was shipping, for eBay, I was selling the 82 to 92 Camaro doors, a whole big door. Oh, well, the one reason is because it was oversized. I don't see how that seat is oversized. It ain't that big, folded down. But they must have changed the oversized dimensions, because the oversized dimensions years ago, this is back probably, you know, early 2000s. Yeah, 20 years ago. But the maximum dimensions to ship without freight, you know, on a truck and cost you more, was from here to here. And then, of course, you'd have to roll the window down, and you'd have to take the mirror off on 82 to 92. And that was the exact dimensions before it went up in price. And you know what it was? 50 bucks to ship that anywhere in the United States. I was shipping them all up north, Michigan, Ohio, shit like that. I must have sold 100 doors, because they were all rotted out up there. And yeah, selling them, and I was selling the deck lids mainly. So yeah, prices have, I know that was 20 years ago, but still, prices just way through the roof. So anyway, let me mess with that. We'll get with the windshield. I'll do some fast motion or something on it, and we'll see what else we can get. But those are the two main objectives to get done, and then we can move on to get it up on 4 jack stands. And I got the whole exhaust system here. I got brand new shocks in the trunk. We're gonna put all that on, headers, and get up underneath there, check it. I know the brakes, the guy I bought it from put on all new brakes, but we'll look at them and stuff like that. Check underneath there. We'll have to put some undercoating where I fixed all them floorboards. We'll have to pour 15 and undercoat underneath all that. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, that's where we're going. We'll see how much we can get done this video. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys. Here's the 76 Camaro seat. I took this one apart there, just a few bolts to take off the deal there. Okay, so you can see these tracks and everything are good. Okay, so from here to here on the 76 is 11 3/4. On this one, it's 13.5. Then from here to here, on the 76 is 16.25, and on this one it's 13. So it would have to be extended. Actually, that comes off. See, that ain't even welded on there, just screwed on there. Take that off, move it 3 inches, and then we have to move these two 3 inches apart. So, you know, like 1.5 inches this way, 1.5 inches that way. And we got to use this base, because, like I said, the base on the other one is all broken and rusted. So, and see, these will unbolt there and right there. But it's not a, you know, it's kind of hanging in there at the bottom. Just I'm worried about this. All the foam and everything's all missing. I think I'm just going to kind of do some more measuring here. Measure across from here to here on that base, and see if I can take the foam off of that one and put it on this base. See, I think the foam is okay, but yeah, this bottom. Yeah, this foam, we can recover that. So yeah, let me do some more measuring and messing around, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I cut off the upholstery, well, where it was hog ringed in there. Cut that, cut the sides. Anyway, cut that off. Then this is the foam here. It's foam, but reinforced by metal. See, so it'll have metal all across there. Anyway, once the upholstery's off, you just have to pry it up a little bit, and then there's the basket itself. And that's what's wrong with that seat, is the basket. So, like I said, I don't know if we can fit that one on there or not. We can try. Bunch of money in here, lots of quarters. There are $2 right there, $2.10, and I already threw some in my little collector box up there. Some nickels, dimes, and pennies. Got the build sheet, but can't read very much. That was tucked up underneath. Underneath there, there's remnants of it. Okay, well, let me tear apart the bottom of that one. See what we can do. See if these deals line up. This is the little one on the passenger side, and the driver's side was this big piece here. But it'd be nice to put that on, but I doubt that's going to line up. We gotta make sure, we gotta get the ones on that one to line up to this. Okay, well, let me get some more done. I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the foam separated from the basket. There's the, see how bad it is? Okay, these things are what hold the back, that back seat. Just that there with a little washer thing over it. So probably gonna have to cut them off and weld them onto this seat, unless that bolt holes fits, and stick a bolt through there instead of on this little stud. There's the other one there. Yeah, so oh, that had a, I don't know what this is, a little extra. Okay, we might have to save that. Okay, so this is the foam. Like I said, it still looks in one piece. I mean, it's better than that foam. So let me see what I can do with this. see if it'll fit on that, in that basket, and go from there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it all apart. You can see this is just shot. Okay, I think I can squeeze, it's pretty close to the same size. I mean, this is a little bit longer, but I don't think that'll matter. As long as this will fit in there, and it looks like it will. Just got to push it down underneath this lip. Or I could bend that lip up or cut it. I don't think I will. I think I'll just squeeze that foam in there. Got this little support, and this one here broke. Maybe try to do something with that. And then squeeze that foam on there. Squeeze what's left of the cover on there, so we have something underneath. And but before I do that, so I don't catch it on fire, I said I think we'll extend this, whatever it was, 3 inches. Take them screws off, move it 3 inches, and even probably weld it on the end. Drill a hole and put a screw on one end, weld it on the other. And then we'll have to unbolt it and possibly weld it, move it over, what, 1.5 inches? And possibly have to weld it. I don't know if you can. You know what I think we can do? Let's take that off and put it on there, and that off and put it on there. That way it'd be more. No, this is the same as that, isn't it? They both mount inwards. Anyway, let me figure it out. We'll have to move these tracks. I don't know if this thing here is going to be long enough. What do we say, 3 inches? But you know, it does work. It opens up the seat there to slide. We'll see how much play we got. But yeah, anyway, we'll have to move it over and either drill new holes and put that in there, or just weld it in, put it where it's supposed to be, and weld it. So yeah, I'm gonna do that first before we get into putting on all this stuff. And it looks like these 2 bolt holes are the same distance as these studs. So yeah, we just have to put 2 bolts in there that came off of there. I believe they were, well, I don't know. I think they were these that went in there. I don't know if they'll fit. Well, anyway, I'll figure that out. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I had these unbolted, but I bolted this side back up. Now, on the 76, it's bolted on there, and then this one has these weird brackets here to make this one go this way, right? Because that is, where's my thing here? That's 11 3/4, and this one is 13. So, or 13.5. So, almost 2 inches. So what's got to happen is this has got to move over here. Got to move on the inside like that. So, I don't know if these brackets are any good. I could cut them off and weld them on here, then bolt it in, which I might do. And yeah, I just might do that instead of putting these like where this like that and weld it in. Okay, and then these, even though that's rusted off, I just looked at the bolts on the floor. It's got to be straight from here to there, straight. But look at these ones. This is off this way, and then this one's off this way. So they both got to be, these ones are okay, but these ones need to be up here. They need to be straight. We got to take it off anyway. Take them off anyway to move it back, what, 3.5 inches. We're going to move them back. I think the front we're going to leave where they're at. So yeah, figured out how to do that. Okay, I just figured I'd show y'all in case somebody else is doing the same thing. But okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, these little brackets are just riveted on there. So I just got to grind them down. And so I put this on like where it was going to bolt in. I would have to cut, yeah, you'd have to cut a little edge out of there. But anyway, I put it like that and measured, and that's a right 11 3/4 from there to there. So that'll work. These tracks are a little bit flat, lower. These ones are a little bit higher, but that could be because of the basket. This basket looks like a lower than that one. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about whether the seat's too high or low, because we're going to use the same tracks that the seat came with. So anyway, let me buzz them off, and then we're going to weld these onto this track, and we'll get that done first, and then we'll worry about the back two things here to straighten that up. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got those brackets. I had to weld them to the side instead of wrapping them underneath. If I did that, this would be way below here, and I don't think it's supposed to be there. As far as I can tell, it's supposed to be even height wise from them, and that's same with this here. With this here track, as this one would have been there. Anyway, I did it this way. I'm hoping it'll be even instead of cockeyed, but okay. So these I thought were little 1/4 inch screws. No, they're those studs like that were on here. So I got to cut them off, and then basically we got to, whatever it was, 3 inches back, and then we got to line this up in the middle. So we'll figure out what to do with that. Same with this side. We got this. Yeah, same with this side. So I figure it out, and I'll be back. Okay guys, next day. I forgot where I left off, but I painted that a little sticky. Made the 2 brackets here to bolt it on, welded them in there. Fitted in the car, and it was off just a little bit, so these ones here I just wallowed out, basically. Use a cutting wheel in case I got to slide it just a little bit. Let's see, I put the backing on. These bolts lined up good, but this one didn't. It had a bolt hole right there and right there, and I needed one right exactly there. So I made that little deal there. Let's lift it up. Pulls back. See, this one here lined up. That's what this hits on. Okay, so then I put the 76 cushion on it. It's just sitting on there, just kind of squeezed it in here. And I don't think I'm gonna hog ring it or nothing. I might. I'm gonna lay it on here and tip it over, and we're gonna put that old cushion on top, and then we're gonna put the new cover right here. We'll put that new cover on there, match the passenger side. So yeah, we're gonna hog ring the hell out of that one because it's got to hold in the bottom cushion. Okay, well then I gotta put this, if this fits. See if it fits right now. Let me just lift this up. This slid on there, something like that. Okay, well, let me do all that and then bolt it in the car and I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is. Turned out a lot better than I expected. Okay, let me just bolt that in and I'll be back with the final picture of it. I just sprayed some black down in here, cover that up. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, that's it. Moves back and backwards and forwards. It looks like it's slanted. It is slanted back farther than the passenger side, but that's all right. For the seat belt holders there, I don't have any that are in good shape, but yeah, they screw in up here. These holes are off, but I don't know if I need to put it on or not. Anyway, I think that's it for the seat. It needs to be vacuumed up, but yeah, pretty happy with that. Saved a bundle of money. Okay, we're gonna move on to the windshield next, so I'll be back. Okay guys, we're gonna change the windshield today. Okay, started without you. These are cheap plastic clips, except for, well, that one's missing. That one was supposed to be steel, and the one over there is steel. You can get these, but you're taking a hell of a chance because some of them will just be a little bit short. Anyway, this is the tool you use when the chrome is on there. You use this and gently stick it up underneath the chrome and just pry like that, and it'll pop right off. Don't yank on it and break it in half. Although some of these are broke, like this one here. This one wasn't even attached. But you know, it's 49 years old. It'll be 50 years old in next year. So yeah, you can't expect them to last forever. There's one broke here. This one here is broke from probably prying it. She's been gunked up for leaks. It does leak. Every once in a while there's a little drop on the dash since it's been raining and stuff, but not much. But yeah, she's pretty cracked up. It's messed up. So yeah, there's a steel one there. Okay, so anyway, no problem with these. They just pop right off. But like I said, some were busted. These little things here. Now this is, I haven't come across this yet, I don't think. But you can see the windshield is underneath this fender. So this, you know, usually when you take out a windshield, you cut it all up and push it from the front up like this, right? Well, how's that going to get past the fender and the other side? So, you know, surely you don't have to take the fenders out to change the windshield. But it's going to be difficult putting it on. Putting it on would be the opposite. You would set it down. Here's the little guides here, right? I undone this one here. That's just a little cover, part of this grill. But that one over there, so what you would do is you would set the window down against these and then let it lay down. Well, how's that going to get past the fender? I'm not sure. The only way it could go in is to slide it down this way. And you got very little room, less than an inch. So I'm not sure. Of course, taking it out, we can break it and do whatever to get it out of there. But getting it in is going to be quite difficult. Unless I may have to loosen up all the fender bolts and friggin' take off the hood and all that stuff to do it. So we'll worry about that when we get there. Okay, so yeah, I took the wipers off. And like I said, loosened up this little cover. This one did not come with an antenna, although, oh, is that a line, antenna line there? We'll have to see. Usually this covers up the antenna. Oh, there's a little spot for an antenna to plug into. But it could have been broke. Because this fender has got an antenna hole. And there's the white original paint. So we're going to fill that in. The new windshield I got has an antenna in it. So anyway, we'll plug it into there. And it's supposed to have another cord underneath from there to your radio. I doubt it's, well, I didn't see it when I was doing the dash and everything. So anyway, so this windshield could have been swapped when the antenna won, and they just cut the thing off because the antenna was here. You know, you can't expect this windshield lasts for 49 years. It's probably been swapped a few times over the years. You know, the inspection and tag thing says 2007. So, you know, if it was on the road from 76 to 2007, that's a long time. Did not get a windshield broke. Okay, so as far as I can't tell, but 99% of people are going to urethane a new windshield in. If it was original, it would have been a butyl, and by now, 49 years later, it would be just crumbled, and you would just go like that, and the windshield would pop out. This one's not loose, but I can't quite tell how strong that. It's probably urethane, and that's how we're going to put it back in, is with urethane. So if it was butyl, you could use this knife here, and you get it on the inside, and just get it like this, and it would cut like butter, and then pop the window out. Urethane, a lot harder. You can do it with manually like this, but it takes some work. I got a air deal with a blade, and it'll cut this. You know, it'll be smoking and everything, cutting that thing all the way across. But I got the knife to see if it'll cut easy. The only difficulty with that is getting this cut where it's urethaned underneath there. You either use that little blade thing underneath or the knife thing in through the dash and cut it. But then you don't have to get it perfect, because you just push the windshield, and just once you get the windshield up like this, then you can use this knife and just kind of slice at it, and then you pull the windshield out. So it's a combination of my air, which I'll show you here in a little while. I painted all the dash with that bed liner, rhino liner stuff from the inside. So there's probably a little, it's kind of hard because I got all overspray on there, kind of hard to see. But yeah, for some reason this dash just cracked over there one day. We're going to fill in that. I filled it in but you can still kind of see a line. But right on this very edge here, we're just gonna fill that in with some JB weld. And I think you could see a little bit where the paint didn't cover real good because I'm painting it this way. So once the window's out, we're gonna put a little JB weld there and spray a little more truck bed coating on there before we put the windshield in. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. Got the windshield a couple weeks ago from my order it through my local junkyard. It gives me a pretty good deal, not too much of a markup. When he called them this before tariffs, it was 165 bucks, but he had one on the shelf that he was going to use for one of his projects. Been sitting there for years, brand new with the stickers and everything is still on it. And he said, "Oh, I'll sell you this one for 140. I ain't never going to use it." So I do have the. Let's go look at it, because I think these windshields are made in Mexico. I'm not quite sure. Just sitting safely in the back of my Avalanche here. Or did I take all that? Oh, no? I took everything but this sticker off. Ah, it's China. China. Yeah, anyway, that's it. There's the little thing to plug the antenna in. Anyway, guys, as of this video, Trump's got the China tariffs up to 125%, and it's in effect right now. Whether he'll take them off or not, we don't know. But I was on eBay this morning, and ooh, there's a lot of stuff that's doubled in price. So anything made in China is going to be double. So that windshield, I say 160, it would have been like 300 bucks. It's probably 300 bucks now. So I tried to not load up, but I bought a bunch of stuff that I'll need in the future already. But you know, you can't just load up. Most businesses have bought 3 months of supply before the tariffs took effect. You know, individuals can't really do that. We don't know what we're going to need. We're not at 3 months. We don't know what we need to buy. So at least at this point, it'll be double in price, probably more than that. And who knows? The tariff war's not over yet between us and China. So it could go up to 500%. Who knows? But anyway, yeah. Good luck on windshields. I thought most windshields were made in Mexico, but like I said, there's the China sticker on that one. So that one's doubled already. Don't know if there's any other suppliers. China may dominate the market. We don't know. So I guess next time I get a car, I'll find out. But they did go up some anyway, because the last windshield I bought a few months ago was for the Nova, and I paid $125 for that one. I wanted $165 now for the Camaro. I know they're a little bit different, but they might have already went up 40 bucks, and now they're gonna go up double that. So anyway, let me start trying to cut it, and I'll give you some progress on it. I said, see how close this is here too. So you can open the door and get rid of that. It's just this fender's right here, right in the way. Okay, I'll be back. Hey guys, yeah, it wasn't urethane, it was butyl, or urethane that wasn't stuck on there. It started cutting some of it, but it was all loose as a goose, so kind of like this. So yeah, there's some surface rust here, and I know somebody commented, "Oh, wait till you get to the underneath the windshield, it's gonna be rotted out." Yeah, I've come across that before on these Camaros, but this one's just got some surface rust under there. We'll take some sandpaper and some rust treatment and stuff. Yeah, right in here. And we're gonna get a razor blade and cut all this loose here. Sure enough, it hit this fender and just kind of busted it, getting it out of there. So it looks like I'm gonna have to pull these fenders back a few inches, basically. Yeah. But yeah, there's the old windshield there. It was an antenna one, but so it'd been swapped at some point. So anyway, yeah, let me just clean all this old stuff off there and take some sandpaper, wire wheel, clean up this. See this here, I want to put some bed liner on. We'll do that after I probably won't put the windshield in tomorrow. I'll get that all treated and spray some stuff on it and let it sit overnight. There's no rain or nothing in the forecast. And this one here, I had put some tape over top the VIN number so it wouldn't get embedded with bed liner stuff. But yeah, anyway, let me clean all that up and probably be back. Yeah, I'll be back later and show you. Okay, guys. It's the next day. I got tied up there yesterday. But yeah, yesterday when I was talking about the 104% tariffs, well, go in for something to eat, come back out, and it's 125%. So, no, I mean 145%, and then China put on, theirs is now 125, and today they said they're done, because putting 125% tariffs on American products coming into China, they said we'll just stop all trade. So they're done, and I think we're probably done too. Went on eBay to look up some stuff, and holy crap, some of that stuff is the front end disc brake, tubular control arms and everything I bought for that. It was in my watch list on eBay. So I think, I don't know, 900 bucks I paid for it, something like that. I look at that, 1,749 bucks now. And that was before it went up to 145. So anyway, guys, it's nuts out there. Anyway, I cleaned off all the rust on here and sprayed it with rust neutralizer, and then I put a thin coat of Por 15 around on top of that. And then I got some urethane ready to go here, and I squeezed a little bit underneath this dash and put a little weight on it. See if I can get that in a little bit better. I need to put a little JV weld there, but anyway. And this started, you know, it's really hot out. It's like high 70s, low 80s there last few days, and be for the rest of the week. So this had come up again. So I put some urethane under there and taped that shut. Anyway, sprayed some bed liner just around here, and then this area here. Unbolted the fender bolt here, underneath the hood spring, and I got a pry bar in there holding this one out. Should be just enough. And then this side here, I used my little Porta Power spreader right there. So that just spread it out just enough so I can lay it on there, lay it in against these, and flatten it down. So this Por 15 always takes a long time to dry. I got some other stuff to do. I may let this dry for another couple hours and then come out here, spread a couple of good things of urethane on there, and then put the window in. So I'll be back. Guys, using some urethane. Get that off eBay. Beta seal. I just put a thick bead all the way around. So now I'm going to get the windshield and lay it in there. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, I want to show you something a sponsor sent me. If any of you guys have trailers, every one of us automotive guys should have a trailer for either hauling parts and stuff or picking up cars or whatever. They offered me some tires. Got 4 of them here. Now, these are specifically trailer tires. They say right on there. And the problem with trailer tires, see, for trailer service only, is they're real skinny. You only fit on them skinny rims. You might be able to get one of those power blaster air things and get them to fit a wider rim. But anyway, the company is NAMA right here. I'm going to put a link and description underneath the video. These are ST205 7515s. Okay, and I was deciding what should I put them on. I've got that trailer there. I bought new tires for it over 10 years ago. They're still on there. They're not cracked or anything yet. Probably because it's been in the shade. Great tread. Hardly used it because I was using a car dolly before I bought my big trailer. Anyway, yeah, most of these trailers and RVs and stuff are 15-inch. So I could use it on anything. I may put 2 of them on the camper that I'm going to restore at some point. These are 15-inch, but they are 225s. Great tread on these. These are pretty old too, but they hold air and the camper's not going to be towed anywhere, so I'm not worried about this. It's trailering to campsites and stuff like that is over. It's just gonna be parked here for an extra room, living quarters or something. Okay, so what trailer? I also have another trailer over here, but it's kind of a junk I took in on trade. This trailer here, it's got some big 15s, but they are trailer tires, so they are the skinny rims. But I'm not going to restore that and waste new tires on that. I just soon get rid of it. I've had a few people that have come by buying parts asking me about it. In fact, one guy yesterday, I said, $300, it's yours. So I got a few people thinking about it. I just soon sell it as is. Anyway, that's another option. That's another smaller trailer. What else do I got? That little dolly I got, it's got 13-inch tires on it. But anyway, what I'm getting at is most trailers are 15-inch. That other camper, the big RV, the little trailer, and then my main car trailer, which I use the most. Now, I bought this new, I don't know how long it's been, 3 or 4 years ago. And here's a problem with dual tandem trailer tires. You're flying down the highway with a car, especially a big 3/4 ton or whatever. If you're using a little mini truck, you'd notice it right away. With a big truck, you don't notice it too much. But what happened was, on the other side, one of these tires, blew. It hit, from anything. It could have been a piece of shrapnel in the road. But once this starts going, the shrapnel from this tire hits the rear tire, and boom, it blows them both out. So, of course, I'm zipping along, and I didn't notice it. There was actually a guy come up beside me and was, like, pointing and waving. I'm like, look in my, you can't see nothing in the rear view mirror. I'm trying to look, and I just pull over, and they're both just shredded. So these are the tires that came with the trailer. So the one rim was wasted. It had been hitting the ground and sparking and everything, so it was just completely, it's no good. I guess I threw it out, The other rim was savable, and this is a spare trailer tire that my dad gave me a while back. Now, he said they're old but good tread, and he went ahead and bought brand new tires for his trailer. And anyway, I put one of them on here for a spare, but these are the rims. So, okay, so what happened, what I did when they both blew out, I specifically asked for the lug pattern of these to be the same as a Silverado truck, or like the van. You can see the vans and the old trucks, that bolt pattern, because I have a bunch of rims for them. And I can take the tires and rims and put them on. So that's what I did on this side. These are two up a Silverado truck, like an 80 something, right? 5 lug. So I put pretty good, I don't think I bought these tires new. They were just really good ones I came across on a junk car I bought. So that's what what I was saying earlier is these rims are going to be way wider than a trailer rim. So I don't think I can fit them skinny new trailer tires on a truck rim. I could try, but so I don't want to do nothing with these. These are good still. But yeah, they're not trailer tires, but hell, I've towed 100 cars with them. It's fine. They're not going to blow out or anything. I'm not exactly sure what difference is between a trailer tire and a regular tire, other than they're skinnier. That one up there looks to be a bias ply I got from my dad. Those new ones I just showed you are radial something. I'll have to get my list out later. Something radial and something else, heavy duty or something like that. Okay, so these tires are kind of worn out, especially on the corners. I'm not sure what they looked like before, like when they were new, but it looks, it looks like they'd be on the front end of a car and they just wear out there. But it's only got three deals here, and they are pretty worn. This one back here is kind of lumpy right in here. But they still hold air. They don't leak. Hey, that one feels like that too. But since I got new ones, let's put 2 of the new ones, and these are the exact same size as the new ones. ST205 70 whatever 15. So they're the exact same size. Not that it matters, because it matters getting the same size on at least one side of the trailer. See, the other ones are like 215, 6, or 2, whatever. They're a little bit off. But as long as you got the same size on one side and the same size on, or different, you can have a little bit different on the other side, and it ain't gonna affect much. So I think what we'll do is we'll jack this up, take off these 2 rims, like I said, because they're the skinny ones, and mount at least 2 on here. And I may mount the other 2 on that old camper, because I want to bring that up by the new building and get a little bit of work done to it. Anyway, it's got 2 leaking vents, and I had duct taped them up years ago, but the duct tape turned to dust. So I want to at least keep the water out of it, and maybe, anyway, we'll have a video on that camper and do some work to that at some point. But for now, I may put on 2 tires, because there's one tire went completely flat on it, and the other one, but they are big tall tires, like 235s. So I'm going to be putting on 205s. I hope it's not going to be too low, but it'll be better than what's on it. Okay, so let me take off these 2 tires, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got one of the old tires off. See how skinny trailer rims are. Yeah, so these are the comparison. They're the same size, like I said, but I think this must have had a tread here and here that is just worn off, because this has got a lot more. This has got 5 and this has got 3. So Yeah, eventually it'd wear out. Okay, let me get this mounted on there. I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is. Let's go put it on the trailer and then grab the other one. Okay guys, there it is. 2 of them on there. So yeah, check them out. I'll put a link and everything in the description. And check them out if you need some trailer tires. Pretty reasonable priced. Don't know about with the tariff situation, but pretty reasonable priced. Shipped right to your door. Okay guys, next day. I got it in last night. Like I said, when I do these windshields, I put that urethane in there and smush it in there real good, just to keep any little teeny pinholes or something from letting it leak and letting it whistle. So yeah, I used my finger with a glove on. Well, I still got a bunch of crap on my hands. And then used a putty knife, squished it everywhere. Anyway, that's done. Put the wipers and stuff back on. I was missing this little plastic piece here. Got that off a parts car. That chrome went flying off, but I got it. I got it right back there. Yeah, I think that's about it. And bolted the fenders back together. We got to do some adjustment on the hood later. There are new hood hinges on there. The guy I bought it from started doing a bunch of work. I mean, it runs great. Fixing to take it for a drive. You know, he may have done a tune-up and everything. I didn't talk to him a whole lot. But yeah, it's got all new brakes. Got the hood hinges. He gave me that trunk pan, new trunk pans, you know. Had the new door weather stripping. He'd started on it, but he sold all the interior, which pissed me off. But now we got it done. We started with nothing. Interior's completely done, except for the little seat belt holders there. See, there's nothing here to bolt one in. You got to bolt it in up here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Somebody mentioned that one tube that was hanging down was for an AC vent, and he showed me a picture of one of these Camaros, like a new car brochure picture, and it had a little AC vent here and one on the other side, and I guess that's what that one vent goes to. But neither parts car has got those little vents, so and it doesn't look like there was ever one on there. But they're all AC cars. This is an AC car. I guess they would have them, or do they come on all AC cars, or was it a rare option? I don't know. That tube came off of the white car, and you would think if it had the tube instead of a block off, then the vents would be somewhere, but they're not. Anyway, I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, looks good. Just needs to be Windexed up in here. Oh, rear view mirror. Shit, I'll have to round up a rear view mirror. I bought a new one for some car, but I bought 2 or 3 of them at once. I may have a new one still. But anyway, I got 3 parts cars, but being, you know, almost 50 years old, they're probably all got that weird stuff in there from age. So anyway, very little to do. The seat belt holders, put on a rear view mirror, and that's it. The interior is done. Okay, so the next step is we're going to get it up. I'm going to clean up my slab a little bit, brush it, take a broom to it. We'll get her up in the air, up on jack stands. For next video, I got the brand new shocks. I left the chrome trim off. I'll go ahead and leave that off, and we'll paint that. We'll paint that, or put it on after it's painted. There's the new shocks. We'll do that next video. possibly the exhaust, but we got to fix a bunch of stuff on the floor where those floor patches were. Have to grind them a little bit, undercoat them, pour 15, take off the exhaust manifolds and the one little pipe that's still left. You know, stuff like that. I'll go over that next video. But that's what's coming up. And then just check out everything. Now the transmission is leaking. I had to put in like over a quart just to get it to move. And I'd put fluid in it before. But it's been sitting for a couple of months over there. So slow leak, I don't know. But that's what we got to check under there too. We'll have to put a piece of cardboard under there and see where it's leaking. It, you know, could be anywhere. Have to do something about these little 14-inch tires. I'm telling you guys, people say, oh yeah, the Kragers look good. Yeah, they do, but there's 14-inch and they're skinny like little trailer wheels. Ain't good for much. You can get 14-inch wide tires, but on little rims, it's not gonna work. And it's gonna be too low. You know, I was looking at it. I don't know if you can see very good on the grass. Probably not, but it's a low rider. Camaros are though, like compared to Novas and Camaros are supposed to share the same subframe, but Camaros are really low to the ground compared to a Nova. So and then it's really low to the ground here with these tires on there. You only got about that much room before the cross member hits the pavement. Doing exhaust is going to be real tricky. Well, we'll go over that next video, because I got those wheels on the parts car that I bought, that white one, those S10 Extreme, but I don't have center caps for them. I got center caps on the GMC Astro van, Safari van, center caps all on there, but they're a little bit too short. No, a little bit too long. They won't clip in there. Then I have another set from a junk, whatever it was, in my tire rim pile, and they're a little bit too short. So I got one set too short, one set too long. We need one right in the middle. I could probably find a set on eBay, but if I can find them center caps, I may put, because they are 16-inch, and I may put them on this car, raise it up quite a bit. And I'm hoping, it doesn't look like it, but if you all been following along, went through hell with this red IROC Z. That thing had a lowering kit in it, lowered springs all the way around, and got that out the jack stands after putting new shocks, and or did I put new struts or something? Anyway, and boy, she was just sitting right to the ground. I drive it around here and it's bang, 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 bang. It's like, Jesus Christ. So had to use a parts car, take all the springs from it and put it in this car to make it ride normal. I'm hoping this car ain't like that. It doesn't appear to be, but hell, it could be. But right now it drives okay. Let's just go for a ride in it, because it's been a while since we started it up and all that. Like I said, it's just got a pipe coming out down by the passenger seat. This driver's seat sits up a little high compared to, well, I don't know, it looks the same as this, but yeah, when I took that red Camaro over here, now I know it's all, see, my property's so rock right underneath this ground, especially right in here. See, not much, but enough to feel it in the car. So this feels all right, but when I took that red Camaro here, it was less like bang, bang, bang. It was just like hitting. See, it's all this rock underneath the dirt. Well, of course, here it's sticking up through the dirt. But I just drove this car around here a couple times, and it doesn't seem to be banging around or anything like that. See, there's a big rock right there. Right there, over it. Boy, you could feel it on that red IROC, I'm telling you. Man. Now on the pavement, with no dips or anything, it might have been fine, but definitely not drivable, I don't think. But anyway, I drove this thing around here a couple times, and she don't do any of that, so I'm hoping it's not lowered. So yeah, if we can put some 16-inch tires on here. Oh yeah, I showed you. I put some urethane on there. Anyway, I sprayed a little bed liner all in back here. You know, you couldn't get to with the windshield in the way. So, and I don't know why this is kind of. I'll have to tighten that up a little bit. And put it like that for now. So yeah, everything's pretty much done. Pretty much done. Okay, so I think that's yeah, maybe it does look a little bit higher. Well, it's the best I can do. I mean, it's started with junk, took another junk seat and made a good one out of 2 junk ones. So that's best I can do. Okay, so yeah, anyway, last will be paint and body work, but we'll go over that when the time comes. So I think that's about it, guys, for this video. Pretty happy with the windshield. It's gonna look a lot better after it's painted and everything. Man, it's gonna look good. Okay, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Bottom right hand corner of the screen, subscribe button, hit it. You'll be notified of new videos when you hit your subscriptions. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And the subscribers to me, make sure you're subscribed. I hear other YouTubers saying people get unsubscribed and all that. It's never happened to me, but never know, just check. Because I know a few people says, oh, I missed your last few videos. Yeah, well, make sure you're subscribed. It's just a YouTube glitch, I guess. And follow me along with this. And the van's done as far as I'm gonna go with the interior for now. Done mechanically. And I think we're starting to paint and body on that. It's just, I'd rather get the mechanical done on this, and then we'll have to decide whether we want to do the paint and body on this one first or that one. Maybe both. If you haven't seen the last video, got the tiny house / shop, storage building, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to try to decide if I want to live in it, but I just had to get it before the tariffs hit. And because I was thinking about it for a long time, and well, I better go now. So it's up. Watch the last video for that. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see y'all next video.